Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you for bringing me here, because it's always by good destiny one gets such invitations and such blessings. There is a reason. I was in need of these blessings. That's why you got me here, to say, stay on the path. I'm very happy to see you all, and thank you very much for sparing your time. Except that I see very little youth here. See, this is exactly our issue today. When I look at ourselves, when we're talking about these value education, where is the youth? Where are the school boys and girls? I think that is what I notice not happening only here, but everywhere. आप देखिए, अच्छा सत्संग हो रहा है, उसमें भी यूथ नहीं है. और ऐसे सेमिनार्स हैं तो यूथ नहीं है. जब तक हम यूथ के पास जाएं, अपने आप नहीं आते हैं. उनको बुलाओ, वो नहीं आते हैं. बड़े आते हैं, उनके मम्मी डैडी आते हैं, वो नहीं आते हैं. कैन वी सिट डाउन सर? मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि अभी जो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस यूथ के साथ क्या हो रहा है. इसलिए स्वामी जी, यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी? सब हिंदी समझते ना सभी, कि अंग्रेजी में बोलें? हाँ, गुजराती अगले जन्म में. कहीं स्वामी जी के आश्रम में पैदा हो जाएंगे ना, तो गुजराती आ जाएगी, वो भी गुजराती आश्रम में, पोरबंदर में शायद. तो मेरा जो इस वक्त का एक्सपीरियंस हो रहा है, क्योंकि आपने स्वामी जी वैल्यू एजुकेशन की बात की है, मेरी संस्था नवज्योति इंडिया फाउंडेशन ने, जो पिछले 23 साल से नशा मुक्ति केंद्र और शिक्षा की प्रोग्राम कर रही थी, अब हमने उनको कम्युनिटी कॉलेज बनाया है. आपको भी बना सकते हैं. तो मेरी सजेशन ये है कि आप कम्युनिटी कॉलेजेस खोलो. स्वामी जो ये सारा रामाकृष्णा मिशन है, साथ साथ इसके कम्युनिटी कॉलेजेस खोलो सारे हिंदुस्तान में. और जो भी आप सर्टिफिकेट देंगे, वो इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी का सर्टिफाइड कोर्स होगा. क्योंकि मैंने ये एक्सपीरियंस किया है, और उसमें मैंने यूथ को इन्वॉल्व किया, उसमें वैल्यू एजुकेशन हमारा उसका आधार बन गया. और मैं जगह जगह ये देख रही हूँ कि ये जो स्टूडेंट हैं, एक चीज़ से बहुत बहुत परेशान हैं. सबको गुस्सा बहुत आता है. ये जो यंग जनरेशन है, इसको गुस्सा बड़ा आ रहा है. और जब से मैंने पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट कोर्स शुरू किया और वैल्यू एजुकेशन, उनका गुस्सा ठंडा होने लग गया. तो मैं उनको पूछती हूँ, गुस्सा आपको किस बात का? लेकिन वो इतने इम्पेशेंट हो गए हैं कि उनको हर चीज़ बहुत जल्दी चाहिए, और हर चीज़ अपनी मनमर्जी की चाहिए. सो इसलिए मेरी रिक्वेस्ट, पहला सजेशन मुझे ये है, जो इस वक्त जो मैं एक्सपीरियंस से जा रही हूँ, कि हमारा रामाकृष्णा मिशन ऑल इंडिया में इतनी इसकी गुडविल है, इसकी इतनी नेकी है, इतनी इसकी ईमानदारी है, इसमें इतना विश्वास है, इसमें इतना निस्वार्थ है, और इसके साथ कोई भी जुड़ने को तैयार है. मेरी प्रार्थना ये है कि इसको थोड़ा हम एक्सपैंड करें और हम अप्लाई करें एज अ रामाकृष्णा मिशन नवज्योति कम्युनिटी कॉलेज. और नवज्योति कम्युनिटी कॉलेज में आप वेट मत करें इंस्टीट्यूशन बनाने में. आप जहाँ जहाँ स्कूल है, वहाँ के शाम के जब भी वो पीरियड खाली होता है, वॉलंटियर्स के साथ, बच्चों के साथ वैल्यू एजुकेशन शुरू करें. इसका मतलब आपको कोई टीचर्स नहीं लेने हैं, आपको कोई बिल्डिंग किराए पर नहीं लेनी है, आपको पैसे के लिए वेट नहीं करना है. इंस्टीट्यूशन अपना ज़रूर बनाए, लेकिन तब तक तो बच्चे बड़े हो जाएंगे और स्कूल से बाहर आ जाएंगे. तो इसलिए मेरी प्रार्थना ये है कि एक तो मैंने आपको कहा कि नवज्योति कम्युनिटी कॉलेज को प्लीज़ लुक एट द वेबसाइट एंड लुक एट इट एंड सी इफ़ यू अप्लाई फॉर इट, यू विल गेट इट. Once you get it, through that, do things, value education with vocational training, so that the child, हिंदुस्तान में आज सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या हो रही है, वो है अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट की. यूथ इज अनएम्प्लॉयड. Unemployed youth with unemployable education. They are passing the 12th standard, they are passing graduation, but cannot earn. And when they cannot earn, they want to cut any corners, and all the education of the father, mother, school goes for a toss, because they will say, मैंने रोटी नहीं खानी, मैंने अपने कल को बड़े अपने लिए मकान नहीं बनाना, मुझे शादी नहीं करनी, मुझे गाड़ी नहीं लेनी, but they are unemployable. So I would think we need a national body like the Ramakrishna Mission to spread all over the country through these colleges in partnership with the existing schools. And in the partnership with the existing schools, let it come Ramakrishna Mission plus individuals like here. हर एक एरिया में आइडेंटिफाई करें. तीसरी चीज सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत है इसमें अमीर गरीब स्कूल का मतलब नहीं है, लेकिन ये सच है कि जो हमारे सरकारी स्कूल हैं वो सबसे ज्यादा वंचित है. बिकॉज नो विजिटर्स गो देयर, नो विजिटर्स एंड स्पीकर्स गो टू गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स. But private schools somehow or the other manage some events, get some speakers, get some outsiders, do some functions by which something or the other that they are exposing the boys and girls to outside role models. Let's say that. But government schools किसी को बुलाते भी नहीं और वो कोई जाता भी नहीं. तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट ये है कि हम रामाकृष्ण मिशन के साथ, पार्टनरशिप के साथ, women, men join hands in areas, identify a school and work on value education. Now in value education, what do? Your books, your teacher books, these books. These are the books which should be sold in the schools, which should be taken along and at absolute cost price, because your books are at cost price. Those are the books which should be read, shared as an exercise. So why should we waste? Why should we wait? I'm not saying waste. Why should we wait for time? Because in another year, every child will keep growing and get out of the learning childhood habit. India, one of the biggest things in value education, what is happening in this country is that we are losing a sense of belonging. A belonging to the community, belonging to the nation. We have a sense of belonging to the family, but we do not have a sense of belonging to the community and to the nation. And we have our values for family. We love each other in the family. We sacrifice each other for the family. We respect ourselves for the family. We share sometimes in the family. Those values are still there. It's not gone. They are still there. But we also have cleanliness in the family. We keep our house clean. We don't want to cheat in the family because we think our mother will get hurt, our father will get hurt, our brother will or sister will get hurt. दुख होंगे, परेशान होंगे. इसलिए मैं तो जो फैमिली वैल्यूज हैं वो ही तो वैल्यूज हमको समाज में लेके जाने हैं. तो इसमें मिस्ट्री तो कोई नहीं. Where is the mystery in these values? The mystery is to demyth it. What are the value? What is value education? Consider this community as your one extended family. Look at nation as your extended family. Look at humanity as an extended family. So I think the third message which we could take along, very easy to teach, is you love your mother, you love your friend, you love your neighbor, you love a person who is walking the street, you'll take care of his safety. Give something and share what you have extra. Look, feel compassionate about the others. Remain grateful for what you're getting. These are value systems. And if we can, in a very simple way, not expensive for our pockets, etc., not waiting for things to change, is start going out. Which means that one monk with 10 citizens. If you are, let's say, 10 monks, then you have 10 teams going out every day. So with one monk, 10 people, 4 women, 4 men, and sometimes even youth, and take a storybook. Aaj hum story sunane aaye. Every day go to tell one story. Children will love to stay back to listen to a story. What has happened also in our country is that parents have stopped telling stories to their children. And children have stopped reading storybooks because they're watching the television, which is a cheap and a quick entertainment. Let us go back as a mission mode to start telling stories. And then, not only that, have story competitions, story recalls. So this hall should be full of competitions. आज ये स्कूल आ रहा है फंक्शन के लिए, आज ये स्कूल आ रहा है और उनको बुक्स प्राइजेस दीजिए. And those prizes, those books can be bought by rich citizens. That means rich citizens buy those books and children get those books. I am looking at a practical plan for value education. Then along with it, we start vocationalizing education. That means connecting yourself with the chambers of commerce, which means that they start adopting certain schools for certain trades, certain professions. That means Ramakrishna Mission can become a catalyst of value education with people. You alone, 10, 20, 100 monks will not be able to do till you become 1 lakh. And you have to become 100 with those other citizens of this country. And everybody believes you. Everybody trusts you. Some people may believe me, some may not trust me. But in your uniform, everybody trusts you. In police uniform, nobody trusts you. But in Ramakrishna Mission, everybody trusts you. So therefore, you could be the leader of the team. Along with it, have a Muslim teacher. Have a priest with you. Take along. Go together. It is said, what this country needs is spiritualization of politics. Spiritualization of politics, as Sri Ramakrishna said, spiritualization of politics and socialization of business and secularization of education or religion. Right? Secularization of religion. Spiritualization of politics is out of our control because we are not politicians. They have to address this. But we can at least make our business social as socialization of business, which means making a business social. When you link business with business or rich people with value education and vocational training, you will be socializing education. And by going together as group for value education, you will be secularizing religion. So when we do these 3 things, you will be able to involve all of the community of Baroda with you. So wherever Ramakrishna Mission is, if it starts adopting the city as a whole, and in that city as a whole, get volunteers. All retired teachers should be your people. Retired government servants should be with you. Not to become followers of Swamiji, but to become servers of humanity. And as servers of humanity, they are followers of Swamiji. But as server of humanity, they will get blessed. So I would think this is a little action plan on value education I have. Rather than talking theory, I thought I will offer you a practical plan, which I am doing in Delhi today in my own way. And believe me, Delhi is more difficult as a city than Baroda. Baroda is warmer, smaller, more comprehensive, more compact, and more united in a way, and less cosmopolitized as or modernized or technology or selfish like Delhi is. So I think this is possible. And if that is the mission which our Ramakrishna Mission picks up in every city, there is plenty of change. Do you know change will come only from next generation? Change is not going to come from you and me because our attitudes have been formed. We can change if we come to satsang regularly. We can change if we come to meditation programs. We can change if we really want to change. But when certain reasons we don't change, the next generation can be worse than us if that generation is not addressed. And if we as elders want a securer retirement or securer budapa, then we have to create a better generation which will respect us. Otherwise, they'll throw us all out of the houses. And they'll say, who are you? You did what you were supposed to do. Now it's my time. You get out. Have your own house because I need the space for my children and my parents. Because during art, we have not passed on value education of the family values to them. So I would summarize by saying, A, look at community college scheme as Ramakrishna Mission. 2, expand this Ramakrishna Mission to the community schools and the neighborhood schools in partnership with other religions and members of the community. 3rd, go and tell stories to the children as value education. Don't wait for your institution to come up. And certainly come up with an institution. 4th, link the chambers of commerce and business houses to different schools for spreading, sending, giving them books to read, and then having competitions right there on storytelling, because storytelling settles in children's mind, by which some little seeds of values get sown. And finally, the message is, when the children say, I love my mother, I love my father, I love my brother, but then you have to say every Indian is your brother and sister. The members of the community are as much as your brothers, sisters. Expand your family values to values within community, within society, and within nationhood. That is how we will be expanding and very fast spreading value education amongst the youth of this country. You have the books, the work is already done. We need to have them read more, applied more, recalled more, written about more, and spoken about more, and practiced about more. You have it all. That's why I immediately came to your bookshop and said, do you have those value education for those children, so that I can take those books and then make them as a syllabus? Because you see, these books are not a syllabus for the school course. They're not a syllabus because of certain reasons. Therefore, let us give them as gifts, as rewards. But these can be sponsored by people who can afford. Somebody can afford 100 rupees, buy 5 books and give them away. Somebody can afford more, we buy those books more and give them. बच्चे को अगर गिफ्ट देनी है तो किताब की गिफ्ट दो, और कुछ चॉकलेट देने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये देने की चॉकलेट बाद में, पहले किताब, और उसके बाद चॉकलेट तब जब किताब पढ़ के सुनाओगे कि तुमने पढ़ा क्या और सीखा क्या इससे. आई थिंक दिस इज द ओनली आंसर. एंड फाइनली, लेट्स बिकम बेटर पेरेंट्स. आई एम अ प्रोडक्ट ऑफ वैल्यू बेस्ड फैमिली, वैल्यू बेस्ड एजुकेशन. मैं उसको अगर भूलना चाहती तो बहुत बड़ा अपराध होता. भूल ही नहीं सके. वो वापस याद आता है कि ये जो मैं कर रही हूँ, अगर मेरी मम्मी देखती तो खुश होती इसको देख के. तो मुझे मन आता, हाँ मेरी मम्मी बहुत खुश होती. इस उम्र में भी मैं वो करती हूँ जो मेरे मन में आता है. मेरे माता पिता ये देखते तो खुश होते, वो बोलते हाँ शाबाश बेटा, तो मैं खुश हो जाती. तो ये वैल्यू सिस्टम हमने अपने बच्चों में जब डालना है, जिसको कहते हैं अंग्रेजी में मामा टेस्ट, पापा टेस्ट. आप वो करो, वो सिखाओ कि मम्मी डैडी हाजिर भी नहीं है तो भी ऐसी हरकत करते हैं, और आप सोचते हैं अगर मम्मी देखते या उनको पता चलता तो खुश होते. आई पास द मामा टेस्ट. और अगर मैं कोई गलती कर रही हूँ तो अगर मेरे मामी ये देखते और पिताजी देखते तो मुझे क्या होता, बड़ा शर्म आती. तो फिर वो नहीं करो. दैट मीन्स वो नहीं है. दैट इज द टेस्ट फॉर अ चाइल्ड. दैट्स कॉल्ड द मामा टेस्ट एंड द बाबा टेस्ट. मामा टेस्ट एंड द बाबा टेस्ट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द बुक written by Shiv Khera in his book We Can Win. ये उसकी बुक का है, passing the mama test, passing the baba test. So I would say, while as Sri Ravi Shankar ji said, we need spiritualization of politics, but we need socialization of business, and we need secularization of religion. I think these two, the next two, can be implemented through proper spread out of value education by the Ramakrishna Mission, and that to me would be transformative. एक city लेके आप जहाँ पर भी हैं हाजिर, work with the youth but reach out. Don't tell them to come. They'll not come. You go to them. You go to them for an event. You go to them for giving away books as rewards, and raise money to spread the books to the colony. You are not spreading Hindutva. You are not spreading fanatical religion. Hindutva is not fanaticism. It's a matter of understanding. But you're not spreading an ism. I don't want to call Hinduism. You're not spreading ism. You are spreading humanism. And if we can spread humanity, then a better Hindu, a better Muslim, a better Christian, or a better Sikh, whatever you want, may term it out, you'll better become a better human being. That said, I thought, Swamiji, I'll share with you my practical experience, because this is what I'm doing in Delhi at the moment, is spreading community education through community colleges, through my own foundation. And in that foundation, do you know, no children came to the community college till I went to the schools in the morning. And I had to go to the schools in the morning. Particularly I went to the government schools where education is free, because the IGNOU scholarship, NCC college has a small fee. Because IGNOU certificate is not 100% free. It has a small fee. And imagine these children did not even want to pay a small fee, even when the children could afford it, because they had become habituated to everything free. हमने इतना फ्री एजुकेशन से एक गंदी आदत डाल दी बच्चों में कि सब कुछ फ्री है आपका. तो फ्री है तो दिमाग में भी वो फ्री है. दिमाग में एजुकेशन नहीं है, पास भी नहीं हो सकता 10वीं के बाद. तो जब मैंने उनको बुलाया तो बोले मम्मी डैडी नहीं मानेंगे, चाहे 200 रुपया है, 300 रुपया का भी फीस है, कंप्यूटर सीखने के लिए, वैल्यू एजुकेशन के लिए, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट के लिए, जिसका जिक्र किया. तो फिर जब मैंने बच्चों को समझाया कि तुमने अपनी सारी जिंदगी जीना है, बर्थडे प्रेजेंट लेते हो, मम्मी डैडी से गिफ्ट लेते हो, तो मम्मी डैडी को बोलो मुझे ये गिफ्ट चाहिए, मुझे स्कूल में एडमिशन चाहिए, मुझे जाके इंग्लिश पढ़ना है, मुझे वैल्यू एजुकेशन सीखनी है, मुझे कंप्यूटर सीखना है, मुझे कुछ इंसान बनना है, मुझे ये दो. जाओ रो अपने मम्मी डैडी के पास, रात को रोटी नहीं खाऊंगी जब तक तक आप मुझे भेजेंगे नहीं। तो हमने सिखाया, हमारे कॉलेज कब भर गए, बच्चे आ गए। हम जाने से आए, ऐसे बोलो आए तो नहीं आते, रेट अखबार में निकालो नहीं आएंगे, क्योंकि उनको लाना पड़ेगा। लेकिन एक बारी हम लाए तो लाइन ही लग गई लाने की, क्योंकि बच्चे जा जाके बोलते हैं हम बहुत कुछ सीख रहे हैं, हमारे में बड़ा परिवर्तन आ गया, हमारे में कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया, हम बड़े पोलाइट हो गए, हमारा गुस्सा ठंडा हो गया, अब हमको बड़े गुड मैनर्स आ गए, हमको बड़ी अच्छी चीज स्टोरी सुना रहे। और ये कौन सा एज ग्रुप है? 13 साल, 14 साल, 15 साल, 16 साल का ग्रुप है, जो कि अभी कॉलेज में जाने वाला है, उसकी तैयारी कर रहे हैं। सो स्वामी जी, आप एरिया के लोगों के साथ, जो एरिया के लोग हैं, वहाँ रेजिडेंट वेलफेयर एसोसिएशन है, वहाँ के स्कूल के प्रिंसिपल हैं, एक कैलेंडर बनाइए और फिर वो स्कूल उस रेजिडेंट को हैंड ओवर करिए, और आपका एक मॉन्क कहीं ना कहीं जाता रहे। एरिया डिवाइड करके आप वैल्यू एजुकेशन को जल्दी स्प्रेड करिए, नहीं तो बच्चे बड़े हो जाएंगे और नुकसान बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, जैसे कि हो चुका। हमको नुकसान बचाना है और एक नई जनरेशन तैयार करनी है, और ये जनरेशन आप तैयार कर सकते हैं। और आपके पास तो कुर्बानी का मादा है, आप तो समय ही सेवा में है, आपको तो कोई घर नहीं चलाने, आपको कोई परिवार की कोई चिंता नहीं है, आपका तो सब कुछ चलता चला है, और आपको तो इतनी ऊपर कृपा ही कृपा है। इसलिए 24 घंटे यूथ में बिताने लग जाए, रामाकृष्ण मिशन लोगों के साथ जुड़ के परिवर्तन बहुत ज़बरदस्त शुरू हो जाएगा, आंदोलन शुरू हो जाएगा। और इसीलिए मैंने कहा है कि चारों मिलके जाओ, इनवाइट करो कि हम स्कूल में जा रहे हैं, हमने मानवता की बात करनी है, हमने शांति की बात करनी है, हमने ईमानदारी की बात करनी है, हमने इंसाफ की बात करनी है, हमने कदर और इज्जत की बात करनी है, हमने धन्यवाद की बात करनी है। इसमें अल्लाह रहीम अलग अलग नहीं है, सब मिलके हैं। तो जब आप मिल जाएंगे तो कोई इसको गलत नहीं इंटरप्रेट करेगा, और हमारी यूथ बढ़ जाएगी और बड़ी होके इस चीज़ का, इस मूवमेंट का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करेगी। आपने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया, मैं आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू वेरी मच डॉक्टर किरण बेदी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। वेरी important suggestions that she has given, and we are grateful to you for the very practical suggestions. And you might be glad to know that already we have been going to hundreds of education institutions ourselves, talking to thousands of youths, and we have a mobile value education van called Vivek Rath, fitted with audiovisual in it, and a book exhibition, and a life and exhibition, life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda. And then we go there, we have very beautiful film, Veer Narendra Vivekananda. It's a animated film. Now the children want animated film. So in animated film, giving the life of Swami Vivekananda, it's so popular. That is being shown in Hindi, and then there is so much of demand from so many villages. They are all government schools.
That means you need more us.
Yeah. So government schools. So we are getting very good response, and that is exactly. So the response is so nice. And then when we conduct youth programs, she was telling that there's no youth. So many youths wanted to come, but we had to say no, because no space here.
Okay,
so what we wanted, that we have called only few selected educationists who are working with thousands of youth. So they are all principals, and they are directors of the big education institutions, very popular education institutions. Yeah, most of them are principals and education institutions.
Then why not start the movement right away?
Yeah,
if you're
so
all principals, we begin with you.
Yeah.
We begin with our schools. If you are the right, then who could be better? Because you are representative of the youth.
Some of the education.
Begin with that right away, that you add, whether it's in the course or not, you have to begin or end with a moral story. That's the change. I can tell you the change is in two hands, a mother's hand and a teacher's hand. And our majority of the teacher is a woman. So if whatever we have today is a product of a mother and a teacher, and whatever is tomorrow is again our product, who are we complaining to? I'm a product of my mother and my father. Similarly, every child of today is a product of the mother and father and the teacher is a woman predominantly. But the point is, we also need our fathers. So why not start the schooling education with a moral story, end it with a moral lesson? Nothing stops you. It's not going beyond syllabus at all. It just takes 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening. And sometimes in the assembly, call for competitions, call for essays, call for recalls, call for speaking, call for writing. I think that's the answer.
Very good. So they will be able to implement because they are all the people.
What do you think about it?
Yeah.
Good idea? Let's do that. Let Vadodara become a city of moral values. A city full of moral values.
In fact, we are getting some good response from some of the institutions. We are getting good response. So they invite me for the programs in their institution, and when we have youth convention, they come here.
Yes, that's why I'm saying a city. This is a sweet city. It's a warm city. It's a caring city, and it can become a model city. It's in the hands of the schools. But I want to go into those schools whose principals are not here. We have to go there.
Yeah. So
go to the government schools.
Yeah,
go to those schools.
That's what we are going. It's a Vivek Rath, that mobile well education van goes from village to village, school to school,
So
spreading the message.
One more. We need many more Vivek Raths.
Yeah.
So how many do you need?
We have got at present with Baroda there is one.
Oh,
Vivek
you need at least 100.
Yeah, gradually it will be added up, I think, and that's why we are to want to institutionalize it.
If you ask for donation, you will get them.
Yeah.
People will create their own this Rath and then take it to the villages faster.
Yeah, very true. And then that is why we are institutionalizing it. When the institution comes up, for example, we will have a big auditorium in that institution. Then we will be able to invite those youths. At present, we have to rent the hall. So what happens that when we only 2 days back it was arranged, so we could not call the youth. Of course, you have to come again. And maybe 12 January we will try to find out with you. If 12 January suits you, then 12 January Swamikan's birthday, we will call about 5,000 youth, only youth. And you will have a nice talk with them, and you can talk to them on value education.
I will tell you today only, seeing my diary, if my 12th January is not booked, then I'll come.
Yeah, we will
if
book today itself.
If it's free today.
Yeah,
okay?
that's really wonderful. And there you will have 5,000 youth from 100 education institutions of Baroda.
But let's spread this movement to through teachers, to our principals and educationists.
Yeah.
This is the way to work.
Some principals, some teachers also will come there on that day.
But is it simple? Is it difficult to start with a story and end with a story? It's so simple and children love it. And then having essay competitions and recitations, saying, come here, तुमको कौन सी story याद है, वो सुनाओ. और जो story सबसे ज़्यादा अच्छी याद करे, उसको फिर से book दो, और story book दो, वो पढ़ता ही रहेगा. And that is how the change will start.
Best way to give.
That's the seed of change starting.
Yeah, very true. I was telling Kiran Bedi ji, Amul has done a beautiful thing. They are giving the award to the best student of every school. So last year they gave award to 18,000 students, and they gave 18,000 complete works of Swami Vivekananda to each student. And this time also they are giving award to 1 lakh students. Of course now the budget is the same, so they are giving less books, but doesn't matter. 1 lakh students they are giving prize. So best prize is the book prize. When we take with the Vivek Rath, one small book, Thoughts of Power, in Gujarati, we give free. Rest you can purchase. And it's a special price. That is how we are trying to spread the message. But this community project, which we are I've been made aware only recently. So we will try to see some of the new ideas that I have got today. We will try to work on that also. But we are extremely thankful to Kiran Bedi ji for giving her very practical suggestion and accepting our invitation at only 2 days notice. So on behalf of all of you, on behalf of Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda Memorial Vadodara, we just want to thank her, and a little bit of all books on value education, nothing else, books and CDs. This is what we choose now.
Yes, this will go to Navjyoti Community College children again. See, this will go to our library of the Navjyoti Community College, where children will be attending. Thank you.
This is the children
for the new ones, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for abundance of blessing.
Photograph of some
this too will be hung in the room.
Yeah. We are also thankful to Chancellor Madam for sparing her time. We are grateful to Swami Dhruveshanji for coming here. And we are grateful to FGI for allowing us this function, because it is they have invited Kiran Bedi ji, and now they are getting eager so that we close this function so that she can go there. We are thankful to press and media, and also thanks to all of you for making this function successful. And of course, as you just now heard, Kiran Bedi ji has told that she will be coming again. and maybe 12 January, and we will announce that. And किरण बेदी जी, हमारे यहाँ गुजरात में इस प्रथा है, जब कोई जाता है तो बोलते हैं आओजो, प्लीज कम अगेन. So that is what we say, आओजो, please come again. With that we end this function. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tassat.